like Roy's gonna like have an easier time just getting the kills.
Yeah, and also I feel like because Roy's a fast forward, there might be a bit of a different way you need to combo. I'm not don't know if Solo, knows all of those. Probably it's Solo, but still a bit of a different way to think than your average character because it's a bit of a faster faller.
And that's the thing. Even if Bayonetta can combo break, she doesn't have like the option Mithra has where she can just kind of get out of the pressure at the same time. She's technically still stuck in the air dodge during it while avoiding.
Alright, right here, gonna get this forward air.
And a lot of what you're seeing here right now is like Solo's very good awareness of Bayonetta's like options not working a lot of the time. So you need to be, you need to kind of mix it. You need
He's dying.
Nah, not yet. I think Skipper SD had the last few hits to avoid dying.
150 though, and I think
yeah,
the moves
the
are
forward
working
smash
pretty well. I think the moves are working pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like with Bayonetta, you really have to like focus on like always mixing up how you combo someone, like especially with upper. Wow, and Solo just knowing how to play advantage state as Bayonetta. That's not an easy thing to do, actually.
Able to get back. Ooh, good. Good use of the side beats, kind of using the landing hitbox as well. Apply some pressure with the back air.
And yeah,
Skipper gonna take the stock, evening it out.
And disadvantage in neutral, you have to be very careful to not get hit these little hits.
Oh, just gonna forward air off the ledge. Actually, kind of trades probably better for.
Yeah, it's
Skipper,
not the best trade. Like,
I mean, got to center stage, got out of the corner. I guess in that way, that's a pretty decent trade, but still took a bit more damage right here. Gonna get the forward air. Skipper.
Yeah, a lot of the risk putting like the jumps here, and wow, just yeah. See, like Solo is kind of maybe checking for SDI here now. Yeah, see, as you notice, like he's starting to apply the way he's doing an afterburner kick differently.
Oh, just go for the grab, just get it, but oh, that's it.
Yeah,
that's stock,
those
smash.
These have been two consistent witch time stocks. Very interesting.
Gonna be able to get back to the stage, but still gets caught by the nair and the F tilt, and I think.
Oh wow.
167.
The high recovery mix-up, maybe trying to see if Skipper overcommits here. Yeah, and it almost seemed to have worked, but Skipper was keeping the defense up now because he lost a bit of stage control.
The swordsman's sure you can. I like to call it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's quite similar because it's a multi-hit for that one.
Oh, gonna get the grab.
Ooh, wow, the down throw almost actually could have gotten a conversion, but like Solo was making sure to play more defensively as Bayonetta.
Oh, just to get the up air.
Yeah, the Solo Bayo is actually pretty solid. It's just like Skipper is a very yeah, he's a player of a pretty good like league, and like both of them are actually showing that their advantage state is very optimized.
They're gonna get the forward air, looking to clean up this stock now. But
yeah, this is
Bayonetta, you can't really go off stage right there. Gonna get the back air.
So it's Peach. All right, interesting counter pick. And already applying a bit of flow cancel pressure here. Needing to trade off the jump just to get like a lot of this good pressure, but with this more developed Peach, you can definitely see like the flow cancel almost seems like a grounded game instead of like a normal aerial game. But Skipper is definitely making sure to just keep the stage, even if he gets hit or gets covered by a conversion. Solo is just keeping his turnips ready and applying making sure to be more patient, to wait for Skipper to overcommit here. And compared to the last game, it's much more patient, and you can definitely see like Solo applying a different, a combo focused pressure game, but also not like immediately intercepting, being more of a delayed punish player. All right. And wow, just the And it definitely seems like Skipper is gonna have a lot of like a really hard time just covering approaches here against the turnip. But it definitely seems like Skipper is very aware of the options here. And yeah, Skipper is playing up very defensively for Roy, and I'm noticing it's starting to crumble against Solo's pressure here. As like the defense applied here is not as effective against Peach when she has like turnip or is jumping off of these like sour spots. But Skipper takes the stock with an up air. Luckily, just has can still get kills regardless of if he's messing up or not. Yeah, like this could already be like again close and even with the kill percents here already because of Roy's advantage state and how Skipper is aware of how to like combo and like pressure different like characters like Peach and like Solo. Is still actually very composed here against Skipper's yeah, Roy. Yeah, very tense set here because any mistake could like lead to one of them dying very easily here. And one thing you definitely do notice is like the Solo like is micro spacing with the turnip pressure here. Yeah, and this is looking to be a much more patient game. Like they aren't going too aggressive, but they are still applying aggression here. And with the turnip almost caught the recovery, but I guess yeah, Skipper went through the turnip and grabbed less in time. And what you see with like Skipper here is that he can't afford to be too over aggressive because any hit is extremely risky for him here. Even if he has very safe buttons, Peach can also apply safe pressure and the forward air hits and And the first thing I notice about this Game 3 situation is that there's much quicker pressure in general here. Like in the other game, Roy is so focused on Skipper's Roy was so focused on the aggression that the moment he lost a lead or any kind of like neutral like a state where like it's not leaning towards any side, he was not able to keep his his more patient pressure in check. But now with the Falco, he has like more ways to do that with laser and other tools. Yeah, especially with noticing the reflector distance actually does help against the turnip, even though I'm pretty sure like there are other ways for Falco to cover that. That's a pretty good option since like the reflector has such a it's pretty fast. It's frame 1 and like covers a lot of space in just a hit. But Solo is still keeping the stocks very close, even if Skipper hasn't like yeah. Very strangely, I noticed that Solo is starting to be a bit more aggressive than Skipper is, or at least being less patient to bait out and pressure against Skipper, especially on the platforms, and wanting to just take the stock here. Oh. And unfortunately, that attempt for a the back air and then the down airs didn't. No, it was a down air, but the pressure didn't like work the same way. And I'm noticing the pressure both players have is much higher in this game 3 here, but Solo's still keeping it 1 stock to 1 here. But you never know with a player against Skipper. Even if Solo takes a lot of damage here, it could just be 1 conversion and it could be over. Yeah, and this whole match has pretty much been Skipper discouraging like any turnip usage in that position, and the Skipper is working.
3, 2, 1, go!
And I'm guessing the main difference was the adaptation here, like from the players. Even if he had to go Falco again or Roy, it didn't matter. Now that he has that knowledge of how Solo's Peach works against him, he can apply that pressure. But you never know with at a level like this, like a player can still adapt regardless of how much the other player's been aware of the options. Looking very even in this first opening minute of the game. But as you can see, any little not imperfection, but rather any mistake could be very rough for Skipper here. But even if he's a stock behind, this is still not the most favorable situation Solo could be in. But applying the pressure and taking him to the other side of the stage, covering the platforms as well. I noticed that Solo is now really needing the platforms and like being able to just use turnip more now that Skipper has went Roy. With the back air covering the corner and killing Solo there. And as you can tell, in a lot of these quick situations, Solo is not actually just going in as much as he was in the previous game against Skipper, but more so using that turnip to apply longer range pressure and going from outer mid-range. And yeah, the platforms there seem like a much more comfortable spot for Solo, and specifically, especially this stage, and against Skipper's Roy in comparison to the last game. And he's just carefully making sure to bait Skipper to punish his float canceled aerials here, applying the turnip down throw here, and the up smash killing. But now, the PS2, very comfortable pick. I've seen Skipper pick this stage against characters like, yeah, it was mainly against, I actually don't remember. But in this case, it seems very comfortable for him to actually go PS2 from what I've seen of his other sets too. And Solo does not seem to mind going PS2 anymore, because clearly he's learned from the previous games how to apply pressure against Skipper, not just his Roy, but his Falco as well. And that same, yeah, longer range poking and the pressure is not going to work the same way, especially because Skipper is still learning is still applying what he learned and adapt from the previous games. But as you can see, Solo is definitely still not letting the space be lost very easily by weaving in and out with his float more carefully. Yeah. Yeah, good parry there. Likely to get some space away from the laser, making sure to actually fake out and do a recatch back air to avoid accidentally getting reflected by the the echo reflector. Or no, not echo reflector, but yeah, reflector. And yeah, this first minute of the stock has been a lot of pressure and just playing much safer against each other because of the previous more aggressive and slower games here. Oh, and the float cancel back air pressure, very unreactable to cover there with the nair, the back hit of nair. Hitting to the other side. Wow, a lot of just turnip float cancel aerials. Very quick positioning and pressure to just cover as much as he can, but Skipper took the stock with by covering both the platforms and the grounds with forward air. But as you can see, this game has been very quick with the turnips and like just taking the stocks very quickly, even though the opening was pretty long. They were probably scouting out and collecting information in that first game, the first couple games, but also in these first stocks. In every case, they were being more patient to see how they can apply their aggression and how they can pressure without overcommitting. Oh, and I think that may have been an accidental fastfall, but we'll see how Skipper can come back from that misfortune there. Yeah. And Solo, very the composure in comparison to the previous games. Even though there's a lot of pressure in this game 5, it seems like Solo has gotten into the into his flow as Peach and Daisy here. Yeah, even just shielding, reactively shielding a very quick reflector. Well, in most cases you might have to buffer it, but like the distance it takes to reflect it still is reactable in that like position mid range. Oh, and yeah, the up smash trading with the